ignorance. You can't do that. This is the first episode of the year. You can't just leave me there. Okay? I don't know what you have to do. Change that option or change that feature, but you need to stop it.
You know what it is? It's like I'm on Big Brother or whatever for Zoom, and it's like you're being watched. I'm like, all right, time to get out of here.
Big Brother.
You know the show on CBS?
I'm familiar with the show. I was trying to understand. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen Big Brother in a long time, so.
Okay.
It's been a minute. It's
okay. You're excused.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
New year, new me.
Oh, we're not doing that. That's what we are simply, ultimately not going to do. Nope.
Why not? Why?
Why? No new year, new me. No, don't do that. You deserve, look, because you're constantly evolving, right? So with that level of evolution, you don't need to be new. You just need to be the same. Well, actually, technically, when you're evolving, you change. I don't want to do the new year, new me situation. I heard somebody say 2020 you, and that annoyed me very much.
2020 you. Okay.
Yeah, you see? That was annoying. I didn't have the heart to tell that person, don't do that, but yeah, don't do that. We're not doing.
You're a nice person. Maybe you need to be a little bit meaner in 2022.
A little meaner?
A little meaner.
Yeah, I mean, I have a mean streak. It just takes a lot of energy to be mean.
Where?
It takes a lot of energy.
Does it?
Yes.
You know what? I'm evolving. So.
What does that mean? Define what it means in this day and age.
For me, it doesn't take much. Don't do that. We're not gonna do that. I'm just saying it doesn't take much for me to I guess show my mean streak. Maybe it's a Black woman superpower we have. We could turn it on and off in an instant.
That's not a superpower you want to have.
Who said that? That's a great superpower to have, so people won't fuck with you. It's a great superpower.
You get that sad stigma of the angry Black woman, which to these days.
Yeah, but again, you know how to turn it on and off. As I'm saying, some people need to get that meanness. Some people need it because they would never. It'll be glossed over. Like if you say what your feelings are, it'll be glossed over a million times over until you are mean, quote unquote, to put your foot down. And that's what I'm saying for you. You are too nice, and this is why people feel like they can walk over you. So maybe you need to tap into your angry Black man once in a blue, and that's okay.
So I need to start being mean to others.
No, you don't have to just to be mean, but to have sanctity for your mental health, so you don't feel as though you're giving too much of yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying go out there, be mean, and just start stabbing people and saying, "Ooh, boo, you're ugly." That's just mean.
Mean and violent are two different things.
Second, you know what I mean. You know, you
with purpose. I gotta be mean
with purpose.
By any means necessary. Oh, baby.
When you're in your car and it's like you're selling drugs, and when you're listening to music, yes, you do. Don't tell me you ever not sat into a car.
Specific example.
Well, you know what? I do that thing. You know, sometimes I am a gangster before I leave and get out my car, because that's where I can just free my mind and be as silly as I want to be before I venture out into the new world. So
you have your mirror Rove moments, like in Insecure?
First of all, I was insecure before Insecure was ABG.
Of course you were. Of course you were. Of course you gotta give yourself that credit.
It's the truth. This is why I identified with it, and that's why so many other people identify with it as well too.
Very much so. That is true.
You know, I talk to myself all the time.
Same. That's one of the many highlights of 2021, which we'll get into. But yeah. All right. Let's just get in. It's episode 200, son. Let's do it.
Woohoo!
Oh, that was your hoot of excitement. Okay. Wow, we have a lot to celebrate today. Welcome back, everybody. to sophisticated ignorance. It's been a few weeks. We took like an impromptu break, but hey, it's the holidays. So we were all booked and busy, but we are back. Happy 2020 you. Happy episode 200. Lots of things to celebrate
Happy
in this
New Year.
Happy New Year. Have you stopped telling people Happy New Year, or every time you see them for the first time, you're gonna tell them Happy New Year in old Caribbean fashion?
I say Happy New Year's to the people that I love.
Good answer. Good answer. I say Happy New Year.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Before, 2020, we're on our third season of this panorama. And I was just like, this year I'm taking all the risks. I'm stomping on all the necks. I'm putting myself first. And I'm not taking no bullshit from no one. So call me angry, call me any stigmatized words. At the end of the day, I'm going to be happy when I'm by myself.
I like this.
I'm not going to be worrying about what Susie said, Paul, and what Paul said about me, because guess what? I'm tired of pleasing people, and I never please myself first. And I'm going to please myself first now for 2022. That came out
Hashtag please myself 2022. Good job. And that is by any means necessary, ladies and gentlemen. So good. You should hashtag please yourself this year.
You know what?
Instead
That came out wrong.
Instead of others, please yourself.
It still came out wrong. But you get it.
We're still being childish then, because that's clearly not.
I didn't say I matured.
Who?
Matured.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well. Well,
I still got some growing to do. That's okay. I'm okay with myself. I'm still growing. I'm still evolving. I'm still maturing,
As you should be. We all are, that has not changed in this new year, new us. I just hate saying it. Yikes. Anyway, episode 200. It is quite the feat. We have made it. Shout outs to everyone who has listened, everyone who has shared, everyone who has been with us since the beginning, since the past 100 episodes. It's been a lot of evolution, transformation. But yeah, we're still here, and I'm really happy to say that. As I said, these past couple of weeks on our little break has been hectic and a lot and joyous, but it's just nice to kind of like share the space with you, Rove, and just kind of like get all this off of our chest. So yeah, I hope you guys.
Glad we are evolving.
I hope we've been missed by some.
How did you spend your New Year's?
My New Year's was spent indoors with my lady. It was very low key, but very fun. And yeah, I feel like it's exactly what it needed to be. Just low key and fun. So I'm happy about that. What about you?
What did you do? What was low key about it? Watch the ball drop?
Yeah, watch the ball drop. So we watched the ball drop. Yes, we did drink. Shout outs to CNN. Shout outs to Andy Cohen and Anthony. What's the other guy's name? Shucks, I forgot his name. No. Well, Don Lemon was also twisted.
Oh, you mean Anderson Cooper?
Anderson Cooper, yes. Yeah. Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper were giving us life on New Year's, because those two, just between Anderson Cooper's drunk laugh and them just taking shots every other second, it was an amazing time to watch live TV. So yeah, that was good times. And yeah, as I said, we just chilled, and it was just nice to bring in the new year on a clean slate type of situation.
That's good.
What about toi?
Well, I spent these couple of holidays, thinking about if I was going to spend it alone or not. I was fortunate enough to go to Grenada, and I was there to spend the holidays with my family, and it was pretty fun, except during that time, Omarion decided to pay a visit as well too. So it was kind of tough, but I'm thankful that
I'm sorry.
Please. I was kind of thankful that despite the trends of the numbers going up, and I didn't think that we would still be talking about vaccines and corona and all of this till this day in the third season. I'm thankful that I've always been negative, even though I have been exposed many times. But recently I sat down in my car and I was, talking to a friend of mine, and I was like, I wonder if this happened when the flu just came around. You know what I mean? And she was like, well, the flu wasn't around during like social media, so nothing was hyped. There was nothing to try to say there was a conspiracy theory. People got sick. There was a vaccine given. People didn't want to get sick, so they took the vaccine and they didn't get sick. Simpler terms, right? But now there's a million different viewpoints and a million different opinions about what's right and what's wrong, and everyone's opinions and outlooks are respected, but also there are some people who just say it just to say something and not having any type of facts to back it up. They just do things, and now there's a time where it's not also just not speaking up and not having facts to back up your statement, but there are people who are actually like testing positive and saying, I feel fine, I'm still gonna go out, so fuck your life, bing bong. And so it's kind of like, do you have any type of cause to be just human, like for the sake of human civility, to be conscious of your fellow man, quote unquote? Like it's kind of giving like, I know that if this was a part of the zombie world, that you would hide your zombie bite mark and come after me when you turn into a zombie. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, chill out. Like, how can I trust you? All right, like, come on.
No, funny enough, I saw a meme on Twitter or something like that, and it was this black guy. First mistake. Wearing this shirt that said transvaxual, I think, or transvaxxed. And it was like, I appear vaxxed. I appear vaxxed even though I'm not vaxxed. Some wild shit. No. And he had it on a t-shirt. And I'm just like, this is why we are never getting out of this Panera Bread. Because of people like this guy, I mean, whatever, it was a meme, but people actually have that sentiment. People actually have that notion of, like I walk around like I'm vaxxed, but I'm really not. And that's very scary. You know what I mean? Like that is the fear factor there on high. But yes, between Omarion and Delton and Kovisha and friends, I'm over it. I am personally over it. What's funny? I was talking to my coworkers recently, and we were all recalling like, the first day of COVID and how we all were skeptical that it wasn't going to last long. And now fast forward, we're going on to year 2, and it's just like, this ain't it. This ain't the wave.
Everybody's gonna get it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like the flu, and it's going to have genetic variation every year. We're going to have to get boosters, aka Corona shots, flu shots, all the shots that we need to do to protect ourselves, because it's ever going to keep changing, because there are going to be people who are on one side and people who are on another side, and there's never going to be a happy medium at all.
And this is the intro to Hunger Games. Because it's pretty much Hunger Games at this point.
I thought you were going to say Walking Dead.
I mean, Walking Dead, yeah, but Hunger Games in the sense of like different factions and all that stuff. I mean, Walking Dead, we've been Walking Dead at this point, but girl, who knows?
Would you volunteer as tribute?
I would have to at this point, if it means if it means getting out of this. Yes, I volunteer myself as tribute. I just might have to go to the district, to the capital.
You know what? I'm not against masks though. Mask has been saving my life, because you know that you can read everything on my face. So
yes,
the mask has been.
Yes.
Do I?
It's been. Let's not play games here. The answer is yes.
Okay, so I was trying to evolve from that, but the mask has definitely. The noise tells me something else.
Are we now? Have you been wearing a mask the whole time before wearing mask?
Yeah, you know what? And before Corona was a thing, I used to love wearing masks, especially if you went to a patient's room and like they had like a foul smelling wound or something. And, just for, privacy and, keeping the patient, feeling safe and secure and not to feel, kind of slighted in a way. I've always worn masks, but then I would just wear it in every patient's room. And when flu season came around and you didn't want to take the flu shot, you had to wear a mask. So all types of advantages that I had to, so I can wear a mask, I did, because it helped hide things that I wanted to say. It was like a physical force field, because sometimes I want to say, "Are you dumb?" But then the mask is like, "Shut up, Rove." Like that's just like my, my angel on my shoulder. So I'm not against the mask. I'm not against people still staying 6 feet away from me. That's just always been my thing. I'm not against all of the positives that come with it. Just holding on to your personal space, not being intrusive,
being clean. Cleanliness.
Exactly. Washing your hands. I think I was just telling this to somebody else. I was like, I think I haven't caught COVID because, hand of God, when I used to take the train to school, I used to just go buy food, eat food on the way to school, never wash my hands, touch the handrail, touch the poles in the train station. And I never thought to do hand sanitizing. I never washed my hands. I didn't go to school and wash my hands first. Even though we were taught these things as children, I didn't do that in my everyday practice. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like, right. And that sucks that we weren't as cleanly as we were, because I wasn't the only one. And maybe I'm brave enough to say it, but every one of my peers, we did the same exact thing, and maybe it's a blessing in disguise. So I'm immune to a majority of stuff, especially with New York City trains. And when Corona came, I was like, this is the first time I think they ever cleaned the train, period.
If you have touched the pole in a train in New York City or sat on a chair, you should not be afraid of what's in the vaccine. That's just the bottom line. Rule number 1, 2, and 3.
Just a little tap, just a little tap, just a little tap.
Because you've already been inoculated with many a virus. So let's just, keep it real there. But yes, enough about COVID. We talk about COVID every single day.
I kind of want to leave that in 2021. You think we can?
I mean, we technically can't because it's rolled over to 2022. But what we can stop talking about is just the constant, like, oh my gosh, this is what COVID is. This is what COVID's doing to people. I mean, we already are aware. I mean, of course, it's always going to be a center of topic, but I feel like there's other things that we can focus on now that we are now 2 years into this, or about to be 2, that we could, kind of hone into. But yeah, let's take a look at the past year. Actually, there were some highlights and some moments that really put the year on the map outside of Covisha. We jotted down a couple of these. So funny enough, a couple of weeks ago was the 1-year anniversary of the January riots in the Capitol. And that whole mini series of America in the beginning of 2021 was something that nobody expected. I always say it was written by Shonda Rhimes because it was very dramatic. And the crazy part is that it was as I said, every Wednesday, it was like every Wednesday of that January was a new episode or a new chapter. I hope somebody, or hope like some director like takes that whole situation and just makes a miniseries out of it on HBO or something, because it will be gold. And once again, it literally wrote itself. So there's no need for a major script. You just take all the transcripts of what happened those past couple of weeks and just roll it over with actors and actresses. And yeah, you pretty much got a story there. But yeah, no, the Capitol riots was nuts. We did do a pod on that at the time. And yeah, as I said, the fact that was a whole year ago is kind of wild to me. The whites were wilding that day.
I think it's funny that we're still just getting sentencing news a year later.
Right.
You know what I mean? To actually be sentenced. And I'm like, everything, they're like, oh, I think it's not about race, but it is. If it was, one of my brethrens or sisterins up there, they would have got their ass handed over to them. And in Gen Pop, real quick, fast.
Not Gen Pop.
Gen Pop.
It would have been
like
it would have been a public hanging. Okay, not even Gen Pop. This is the Capitol building we're talking about. We're talking about on the Capitol steps, someone's being lynched on some. This is capital punishment because, as I said, there was video and picture evidence of all these people from different angles.
He posted it on his Instagram like it was like hot popcorn.
People captured in 4K. Like, there's no way that people were not caught or apprehended. So, yes, the fact that those court cases are still happening now, or those type of trials, is just like, when is this going to be done? Like, it seemed like a very open and shut case to me.
I thought it was. I mean, you said it wrote for itself, and I'm watching it live streamed. There's no way that there's no evidence behind it, and I'm like, are you still deciding what his sentencing should be?
Right.
Should he be in the FUFU or should he be in Oz? Like, I don't understand which prison system you want to place him in. Like, is he going to get probation? Like, no, come on.
Who knows?
We're not doing this.
Speaking of locked up, Gorilla Glue Girl and her locked up hairstyle at the time was a wild story of the past year. It's funny, I actually, Tessica Brown, I think her name is. I recently saw a story where she was playing around with her hair again. And this was like recently. This wasn't like on some, follow-up to. She was playing around with her hair again. Apparently she put some chemical in it. It started messing up her hair. So now at the beginning, it was like, okay.
Wait, did she do this on the eve of her yearly, like, 15 minutes of fame being expired?
This was probably like around, I think I saw the story like November, December-ish maybe of last year. So I'm assuming like this was just another episode of, I want to go viral, so let me just do some fucked up shit to my hair. I mean, at this point, I'm not convinced she's doing this on purpose. So, whatever sponsorship she got from Gorilla Glue, I guess that money ran out. It's like, ooh, let's fuck with another product to see what happens. I don't know. But yeah, she definitely took control of the timeline at that point. Hope she's doing well. I think. Like, does she have kids?
Well, she had a song. Well, it wasn't her song.
She got memed into a song.
She got memed. I was gonna say she got a TikTok. So maybe she didn't make no money. That sucks. If I fucked up my hair, I want to get compensated for life. You hear me?
But it wasn't the company's fault. It wasn't Gorilla Glue's fault.
Yeah, it was her fault. I mean, so no.
Is she going to sue for money?
It was Gorilla Glue's fault because they should have said, don't use this on her hair. I mean, I'm for you, girl. Get your money, get your coins. People got more coins for less. No, less? People been fighting for coins for less, okay? What somebody, damn, I wish I remember what it was. Some guy is suing the New York Giants or somebody because they don't officially play in New York. And if he gets money, she deserves a little chump change from Gorilla Glue. Like, everybody knows that the football team does not play in New York. So, but if anybody could sue, why can't she?
Everybody's trying to sue everybody for something.
Exactly. It's all about the money.
Speaking of suing, Astrofest was a thing that happened last year. People are trying to big sue Mr. Travis Scott. Big sue. I mean, rightfully so. Like, I don't know. We never really got to talk about the whole concert, but I mean, for those who obviously know the story, who may more than likely know the story, Travis Scott had a concert in Austin, Texas last year, and because of the crowds and everything, people got hurt. There were some people who lost their lives. It was very tragic, and a lot of people were blaming Travis Scott. Some people said that he was responsible. Other people said that he wasn't. So it was just a whole debacle, and a lot of artists at that point were being very mindful of their concerts and how people were reacting and making sure people were okay. But the fact that first of all, the fact that there was a huge ass concert during COVID to begin with is already like, what
right.
the fuck? There were over
Like there were no red,
10,000.
that's red flag right there.
There were big red flag. There were already like 10,000 youths. And I say youths because they were going ham. There were already 10,000 youths and others out there. And the fact that people were like moshing and all that stuff. Yeah, it was just a bad picture. It was a bad look.
Yeah, it was like a setup for failure. And it's sad that he is to blame for it because, again, you don't know anybody's actual physical state, what his mental state was, what's going on, because there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of factors behind it. And I'm not trying to put the blame off of him, but there's supposed to be some kind of like empathy or humanity on both parts. Like, one, there shouldn't be things going on during a panorama. One, that's a whole big fiasco. Whoever the marketing team was, they should have read the room.
Marketing team.
The marketing, production, whoever. Like, there was a lot of different steps and barriers before we even got this far. Like, that shouldn't happen. We should move it to next year. This was like Fire Festival in America waiting to happen, which did.
Fire Festival was worse. Because at least that was on a stranded island where people had to take planes and shit. This was in American City where people had the choice not to go, but they decided to. And plus you can't mosh on Zoom. It doesn't hit the same. You know what I mean?
Oh God.
So yeah, I'm just saying that's what the youths are into. So yeah, Astrofest was a wild tale. So
but you know what's so funny? Even though, rest in peace to those family members who have been lost through the festival, and despite the blame being put on Travis, they were still looking for other headliners on top of that. So the primary reason, but that's what I'm saying, there's a lot of layers between even making it a public event during this panoramic. They still were trying to push for the festival. I was like, lives were lost. A whole celebrity's career is ruined, and you guys are still, again, it's about the money. You guys are still pushing for this festival to happen, and then we're gonna get freaking Omarion and his little brother come out with a whole new variant. So who's benefiting?
Right. Nobody wins. Next
thing is going to be Omarion, Orion, Ryzen. There's going to be so many different variants just from that alone. And everybody's going to wonder, why isn't COVID stopping? Because you got people who are just leeches out for money. Like,
word. Big word.
The event shouldn't have never happened. Go ahead.
No, absolutely. No, the event should have never happened, and it should have never gotten to the point where people's lives were lost, especially considering that there were emergency, services like on standby. But I was going to say, speaking of Omarion, sidebar, who is your favorite brother, Omarion or Ryan?
Who's my favorite brother?
AKA Black Jesus. Ryan's
I only have to choose between those two?
You can choose both if that suits your needs.
See, I'm trying to leave that in 2021. Since we're talking about things we're leaving in 2021, I'm trying to leave that idea of being like in a polygamous relationship, because I've decided that I am going to be
wow. This is news
asexual. No,
wow.
Whoa.
Okay. Whoa.
Wait
a minute.
Ooh.
I'm shocked. Wait, who's shocked? Who's more shocked? Wait a minute.
Man ain't shit. Like, I don't like women. I don't like women, and I'm not fluid in my sexuality. I like what I like, and they don't like me back. So that's it. So I'm done. Right. I'm not being bitter. This is just a realization.
No one said the B word. No one saying the B word.
I see the look on your face. I'm trying. That's why. This is why you need to wear a mask. But I just see the look on your face, and it looks like, another Black woman who has been jaded in the past and blah blah blah. But it's not that. I'm like physically exhausted
at all.
But that's what your face is saying. Your nose pointing downward, your eyebrows really raised, your mouth kind of pointing like,
whatever you want to do, I support you. How about that? That is the mood.
Yeah, it just circles back to me just trying to put myself first, like me first. Like, if you not
please yourself
on this agenda, that's what I'm going to have to start doing, brother. Okay.
And that is what we call a word.
Okay, right. That's what I'm going to have to start doing. But we're not going to go into that. Maybe we'll have a sex talk another time. But right now, I'm just focused on making sure that I love myself the most, because guess what? Somebody else can't do it for me. And I always love myself. That hasn't been a narrative of mine, but I was just trying to, I guess, put down certain things about myself so I can be more giving to someone else, because you know I'm selfish with my love for me,
as you should be,
and I've always been. But I was trying to give that off, but nobody wants to receive it, so I'm gonna give it right back to myself. Return to sender.
Message. I love that for you. That's fantastic.
If I had to choose, if I had to choose, I gotta wait
keep
for
that going.
No. If I had to choose, I would say this is totally barbaric, animalistic choice that I'm going to choose. And I will have to wait for a leaked picture of each one and do a comparison so I can make my choice better. Because they're both not in relationships.
Okay.
Yeah, Omarion and Ryan. They're both not in relationships. What you're talking about
just now. I was like, wait,
who else would I be talking about with a leaked picture?
Sorry, because
you
went on a little tangent and then you did.
I'm not talking about you. I hope you know that.
Obviously not.
I wasn't talking about you because.
Oh boy, you went on a tangent and I didn't know when you got back.
And I said I was circling back to who I wanted to choose.
Got you. Okay, so you're not choosing.
But yeah,
gotcha.
No. It's not that I'm not choosing Black Jesus, because somebody just leaked a picture and I probably would not have looked at him twice if he didn't leak the picture. And that person is Soulja Boy. Yeah. Yes.
Soulja Boy leaked a picture of Black Jesus?
Of himself.
Of himself? Oh, that's not a leak. That's a share.
Well, you know how the OnlyFans go. I didn't even know OnlyFans would have made it this far, but he has his OnlyFans, and I guess somebody took a screenshot. And I mean, I don't have OnlyFans, so I couldn't see it, so it's leaked for me.
Gotcha. All right, fair enough.
Feel me?
Thank you for answering the question in a very interesting way.
Would it be any other way if I answered it straightforward?
This is true. Glad you haven't changed in that regard. Anyway, so what else are we happy to leave in yesteryear, in the year of 2021?
Me? Again, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to stop myself from being impatient with healing. I get very frazzled and I get upset when I say, I'm going to heal myself and be so involved with so much self-love and self-abundance and making sure that I come first and I pour into me and all other affirmations that sound good. And then I get mad at myself when it doesn't come to fruition. So I'm going to stop being impatient with my own healing and let that happen organically. So I'm leaving that in 2021 and giving it, giving myself some grace instead of being impatient all the time, giving myself some kindness, stop looking for external validation from other things and try to look for what I validate important for myself. That fear of not knowing that it's going to go well, I won't let it consume me.
Okay, I like that. That's a good answer. Good answer.
I always have good answers, right? Yeah. Omarion, Orion. Okay. Right. What are you leaving behind in 2021?
What am I leaving behind in 2021? I think I want to just leave behind. Gosh, it's so complicated. 2021 was kind of a blur. I just want to leave behind bad relationships. I want to leave behind doubt of self. I went through quite the chapter of just figuring out my self-worth and all these things. So any type of doubt or anything I want to leave behind in the 2021. That's mainly it. I feel like I don't like to measure things by years, so to speak, but as we evolve and grow, we're stepping into ourselves more, and I kind of like that. And
And I know I had to do a lot of learning last year to kind of understand that. And I'm kind of glad I'm in the space where I'm stepping more into myself and my relationship and my other friendships, and just doing my best to be present. So I'm leaving behind not being present in certain relationships. I'm really doing my best. I'm not perfect, but that is the challenge. That's something I want to leave in last year. So yeah.
I do have to say one thing that I want to carry over from 2021 was our live podcast show, which was actually a very good experience for me because I'm a locked box and being able to be more expressive and talk about different things and different topics, and having the love of my friends and family coming out. That was really something that I knew that was always there, but to actually visualize it, right, and just see it and be able to taste it and touch it, it was something that I couldn't explain. And I was like, I felt real happy. My friend gave me my flowers.
You literally got your flowers. Yes.
I literally got my flowers from my Over Everything, my OE. I had support of all my friends there. My family was there. My mentee was there. And it just felt good. Felt good. And we had a lot of support from a lot of our friends, even afterwards when they were wearing our masks. And I was like, yeah, you go. Look at us. So that was something that I would like to carry over to 2022. Just keep that momentum going. Oh, yeah. And of course, it was great doing it with you. Whew.
Wowzer. Yeah, I think I showed up. I think I made an appearance at that show. Yeah.
It wasn't about me. It was about, no. Come on. It was not about me. It was us. It was an us-y thing. We did it.
It was us, and it was everyone else that was involved that helped us that day. So yes, everyone involved that day deserves praise and stuff. And I'm really grateful for everyone who came out to see the show. I'm grateful for everyone who helped behind the scenes. I'm grateful for everyone that supported us and stuff. So I'm really extremely grateful. And if I haven't said it before, I'll say it now. But shout outs to my girlfriend who helped out that day. Shout outs to Shantae, who was there.
I know he was doing shout outs.
I'm just saying, because
how you cheated on the shout outs? I didn't want to do the shout outs because
you shouted your OE, whoever that is. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, but I didn't say names because I didn't know he was going to do shout outs on names, but it's okay.
The point being is that was a big moment for us. So that's the bottom line.
All right, so shout out to all of my friends. Shout out to Chanel, Shatima, Joy, everybody who came out, my little cousin Iana, everybody get a shout out. This is going to be back in the 90s. We shout out everybody. Boo Boo. We're going to shout out James Landon, the guy who helped me get my drink, my margarita. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but I'm not.
Speaking of shout outs, where is that hoodie I gifted you?
God, it's right there.
Have you ever worn it? I'm not even trying to come.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna send you a picture. No, I'm gonna send you a picture. I'm gonna send you just to shut your ass up. I'm gonna send you a picture.
Question. I'm not even trying to come at you on.
I'm gonna send you. I wear it. Whatever. I wear it all the time, and every time I wear it, people laugh because I say it all the time, and they're like, "Where'd you get the hoodie from?" I'm like, "My friend made it for me."
Nice.
Even though I'm waiting for my Christmas gift.
We're
gonna leave that in 2021.
Well, once again, Klarna has your gift. It is pending. And 100 easy payments. And it's all yours.
Whatever, Afterpay. That's your new nickname, all right?
Is that something you're leaving in 2021? Klarna?
No. We moving this on to 2022, all right?
And beyond.
You can tell me what your first resolution is. Get Rovie her Versace robe gift. So
wow. What if I just get you a robe and put Versace on it?
No, I want a Versace robe with my name on it. I want Versace, and where the R is Rovie.
All right. I will have to go back to that print shop and make sure that they do a good job spelling Versace right.
Print shop?
Anyway, so what else are we looking forward to in 2022?
I'm looking forward to have new friendships, maybe look forward to people who are actually involved in my life and listen to what my intentions are, and have solid relationships with people who I consider my friends.
Wow, that sounded big shady. So.
Oh, really? I was working on that. Did it sound shady? I'm evolving.
Big shady. Huge shady, but it's fine.
Why? Why do you feel that? I'm just trying to get, some new friends in my life that really cater to what I say and listen to me and my needs, and try to make a friendship worthwhile instead of just going to a print shop. That's all. I don't need copied friends.
For example.
I don't need copied friends. I always have this resolution that, I want to get healthier. I want to change my diet. I want to spend more time with my family and friends. But my biggest resolution that I haven't told anyone is that I will be responding to messages and phone calls as soon as they arrive.
Wow, big steps, big things. Agwan. That is evolution.
I know.
I could feel the anxiety just. It's like, damn, I gotta read it and respond at the same time. I can't just leave people on red.
You know what? You the king of leaving people on red, but okay, I don't read the messages. See, I gotta read and respond. You read and you don't respond, but it's about me and it's not about you.
All right.
I am tired of being called out by, my friends and family. Like sometimes when I send a screenshot, they're like, why do you have 834 messages? Why are there 10,000 emails?
Oh my goodness gracious. 800 unread messages? I don't understand y'all. How is your anxiety not through the roof seeing that number?
You know what's so funny? My Virgo in me is okay with that. So I must think that it must be my Sag moon that is driving that force to leave people on red. But
right. Sag moon. Blame it on the moon. How convenient.
But anyway, I am gonna try to make more of an effort, because for me, I don't know. I never used to be that way, but I guess it's just part of my bubble exterior, how I can just protect myself by not letting people in. So I don't respond as fast as I should, or I don't answer calls as eagerly as I should. But I realize that I'm just closing the doors to my friends and family that do care about me the most, and I don't want to make them feel less than. So that's my biggest New Year's resolution. And I'm trying to do that. I have to keep up, even with Instagram DMs. Like I got a shitload of that I got to go through too, because everything is like instant now, and like if you don't respond instantly, you miss the story, or you miss the joke, or you miss the thing. And
Instagram, Instantgram. You gotta be on.
This is why Twitter is my favorite app. But anyway,
your favorite app? All right, okay. We're not gonna go there. That's fine.
We could do another favorite app thing another day, but I'm going to try to make more of an intent to be more present in the lives of people who are in my life. Okay. Very simple resolution.
Good stuff. I like that.
What's yours? No more boyfriend energy.
Well, I am an actual boyfriend, so I don't need to do that anymore.
You are?
Yes. Those days are behind me. And you know what? I look at myself and I look at the amount of growth that I've had in the past few years, and I'm very happy where I am in my relationship. Very happy. It took a lot to get here, but I'm happy that I'm here, and I'm embracing it every single day. So there it is.
I'm glad.
Well, I'm glad that you're proud of me.
I said I was glad.
All right. Well, I'm just inserting words that you should have said.
Okay.
What am I
I think
looking
we
forward
also need to just work on our friendship after this, but
Yeah, I mean that is constantly evolving.
oh,
Yeah,
it is. It
that
is.
is
You know
constantly
what? I'm
evolving.
proud. Yeah, I am gonna agree with you.
Yes, friendship wise, podcast wise, we've come a long way. So I'm happy that we've made episode 200.
That's true.
For those who don't, who need a reminder.
And I'm happier when you cash at me $200 for that. Thanks.
I'm sorry.
So moving on to the next topic.
Yes, we are definitely moving on to the next topic. All right. We are looking. What am I looking forward to in 2022? I'm looking forward to just being able to kind of balance work and life. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to new fun chapters in my relationship. I'm looking forward to I mean, I know you mentioned like new relationships and friendships. I'm looking to strengthen the ones I have now. I know sometimes, there can be moments where I don't, or I'm not as present as I would like to be, but I'm still working on showing up to the best of my ability, even when I don't have it. And that's something I want to bring into 2022. I'm manifesting my studio space here in the city that I want to start up. So that's a manifestation for the year that will happen. Yeah. So those are some of the things that I want to bring into this year, and just being a better me, being a better boyfriend, being a better son, and being a better friend, and being just all the titles, just advancing in all the titles. I just want to be better. And taking care of myself as well. That's a huge, important, number one answer. Not to go into huge details, but I've been having some health issues lately. And it's just a very striking reminder that I need to take care of self. So that's definitely a priority that I'll be making this year. Yeah. That is pretty much the gist of 2020 me. See what I did there?
Okay.
Not you, with me. But yeah, when it comes to the podcast, what about the podcast? What are you manifesting for us in the sense of the show and our listeners? What do you want to see?
I'm manifesting even more topics that can dive into different areas that, a lot of people are maybe scared to talk about and don't really have an understanding and don't know where to start from. Maybe we can be that, stepping stone for them. I'm hoping that, we get some guests on that, can share their perspectives and, share their stories so we can understand, different people's point of views. I'm also hoping that we get, a bigger audience, definitely more types of involvement with audience so they can tell us what they would actually like to listen to, maybe introduce some more polls, some types of questioning. So everyone feels as though they are inclusive with this podcast, because again, we are trying to make this something where people can feel comfortable or have a safe space where they can listen to stuff without feeling any type of judgments from any outside source.
Word. I really appreciate that response. I too am looking forward to talking to more people. As fun as it is talking to you, Rove, I feel like we just need probably some more bodies in the room just to bounce off some ideas and really have a discussion going. You know what I mean?
I could just show you all my personalities if that's the case.
Does that come with wigs, or does that just come with just you? Is that the different mask that you're wearing?
Let's wrap it up.
Is that the mask that you're wearing?
It seems like this might be going down a path to a dark road that both of us don't want to go to in January of 2022.
Feels so good to be back, as the great Hove once said. Let's see. As I said, that's the things that I'm looking forward to when it comes to us and the pod and everything. I just want us to push for success to the best of our ability and, show people that we are here, that we're not going anywhere, and we're bringing people along for the ride. As we said in our live show, and as we are saying now. So, is there anything else before we close out this amazing 200th episode of this show?
Well, for the 200th episode, I think we should end with a quote that can transcend throughout the whole year. So by the time we reach to December of 2022, we can look back and say, this was a good starting quote for the beginning of the year. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
You don't look ready, but I'm still gonna get you ready.
I'm ready. Go for it.
Okay, so we're gonna have a nice positive ending quote for our episode. I'm gonna say this. This is from an inspirational woman that I do look up to. Her name is Oprah Winfrey. And she said, "You define your own life. Don't let other people write your script." End quote.
That's dope. Is this one of your Rovieisms or Rovisms? Is this what we're doing? Please tell me that this is what we're doing. Because I personally
Okay, this is a Rovism. Yes, it is.
Yes, Rovism. Good stuff.
Hashtag Rovisms.
All right. Look at you stepping into 2022 like that meme.
Look at me maturing and evolving. Wow. Isn't that something? It's so hard, but I'm doing it.
And you're doing it well, I'm sure. We all are. So thank you all so much for joining us on episode 200. I mean, I've been a part of the show for a minute, but just to kind of see us get to this point, I'm really happy. Shouts to all the other shows who have reached their 200 mark as well. It is a really big milestone, and I feel like this is a really great way to kick off the year. And this is just kind of setting the foundation for what's to come. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Ro, for being here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
For allowing me to be here.
At this point, you belong. There's no allowing you. Okay, you've earned your place on the show, so that is that's something to really hold dear.
Thank you.
Yeah, so things have not changed in the sense of where y'all can find us. You all can find us on it feels like forever, but no, we are still in the same places. You can find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. You could also find us on social media, on Instagram and on Twitter. Find us personally on Instagram and Twitter. Shoot us a question, shoot us a hello, shoot us a shout out. We really appreciate those as well. And yeah, make sure to check us out on YouTube as well. We got a YouTube channel with all the episodes that you can check out. And yeah, we just, as I said, we bike, as they say. We are bike, and it feels good. Anything else, Ro, before we wrap up?
Oh, yeah. I enjoy doing this with you, but I definitely enjoy being able to reach out to the audience and everyone who supports us. And again, we are open to all kinds of suggestions. Again, email us your questions at sophigpodcast@gmail.com, sophigpodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget our TikTok as well.
TikTok, yes.
We're working on that, and I'm going to get VJ to do a little dance routine, maybe once in the blue. Yeah,
who's that?
Yeah. Vixon J, isn't that what you like to be called?
Oh, you're talking about me doing TikToks, me doing all this, all that.
That should be a new resolution for 2022.
Doing what?
TikToks.
All right. Well,
you can't dance.
If I pull up my pants. Sorry, I was making a reference to
all right.
To a song that nobody now gets. All right. We're not gonna do that again.
Yes. Once again, thank you all for listening. Episode 200. Shouts to all of you. Thank you for getting us here, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye. Say goodbye, Rovie.